Oh, he does. Oh, he has. This is a downloadable content too. This came with the Cerberus armor, the white armor, assault armor, whatever. This shotgun did. The game's pretty good at giving the team, the squad, the best of the weapons. Like this right here, I didn't have to choose this. This is a better gun than the default, but you can switch them around if you want to. Since we're in here, let's talk to Jacob.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Screw that.
Commander, can I help you with something?
How are we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? A good deed's like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed, like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
Wow. Alrighty then.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
Yeah, he's the only one on the squad that I've found that is kind of slow to talk to you about personal stuff. You've got to like go through a few missions and stuff before he will.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Most of the other squad don't seem to have a problem too much. This here is to the tech labs. We can't get in there because we don't have the professor yet. Oh, I forgot to show you Edie's little terminal here in case you wanted to know.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
Yay, there you go. Here's the conference room. All our big meetings will take place in here.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the Elusive Man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the Elusive Man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one linked to each world.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Yay. Basically, that whole fancy thing means that there's a holograph thing under the table. The table will fall down to the, well, not fall, but be pushed down to the floor, and you can walk in on top of it and talk to the elusive man every now and then. Otherwise, it's just a regular old conference table most of the time. Anyways, we've pretty much seen this level of the ship. We'll have to go and check out the rest of the decks. Here's another terminal.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Right. Let's go over here. It's the elevator, and unlike the other elevators, we don't have to wait for it. We just have to wait for a loading screen. So we're on the Combat Information Center, as Edie just said. We've got the crew quarters to check out, engineering to check out, and the captain's cabin. Let's go to the cabin first. There we go. That didn't take as long to load as I thought.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
You see this aquarium here? There are various stores in the game that you can buy fish at, and they'll go in there, and then you can feed them from right here. That little orange deal there. It's kind of cool, and if you don't feed them and on a regular basis, like after every mission, they'll die. So that's a nice little thing, and there you'll notice a picture of Ashley, who we romanced last game. That's kind of cool. And this is where we can check out our achievements that we've unlocked. I've unlocked most of these from my previous playthroughs. Let's check out some of them since we're here. Save your crew from an overwhelming attack. That's the end of the thing. Hopefully this doesn't spoil the game too much for you. Gain the loyalty of the mercenary. We completed Zaid's quest. That's how I got that. You know what? Speaking of that, I'm going to ignore those achievements until we get through at least most of the game, because there's going to be some spoilers. And this is right here is the private terminal again, another way to access it. It's the same exact thing as on the CIC. Over here is that same terminal to change your armor and appearance around. We don't really need to right now, but when you get upgrades from different stores, you can use them there. This here allows you access to various soundtracks from the game. Little music. That's club music. I'm not sure where that's from, but it's in the game. Club music again. Whatever, that's good enough. You can change that around to whatever you feel like. Wait, what? Oh, that's the achievements, yeah, okay. Anyways, that's the cabin for you. Not really a whole lot of reason to go to the cabin unless you want to change your armor, or you buy fish and you want to feed them, but let's go to the crew quarters. Basically, the only time I ever really end up going to the captain's cabin there is to upgrade the armors, put different upgrades on. I believe it's the only place on the ship that you can do it. So, otherwise I don't really go there too often. I can just check the private terminal in the CSC, so. Over here is a life support room that'll unlock once we get one of the crew members. Port observation deck, same thing, another crew member will go there. Men's restroom. I really have no idea why this is in the game. This never does anything, ever. You never have to use it, you never have to go in here. Nothing in here works. I don't know if they just had it because fans complained it wasn't realistic enough not to, or... And there's a funny little thing, the women's restroom is right over here, and you can go in here, and Edie will make notice for you.
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
But it's totally useless. I don't understand it. I hope one of you guys can tell me why it's in there, other than to be somewhat realistic. This is the starboard observation deck. I believe another crew member will go in there eventually, whenever we get them. Crew quarters. You can hear some interesting dialogue, but nothing
she's a cutie.
really important.
How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?